Hey, Madison, where are you right now?
Hello, Mr. Wilson. I'm currently on my lunch break. Is there a problem?
When did you leave?
About 20 minutes ago, after the client meeting.
Outside the office?
Yes, I was on my way back from the client meeting and thought I'd grab lunch while I was out. Was there a problem with that?
Did you clear this with me first?
I didn't think I needed to since the client meeting ended early.
Everything needs to be cleared with me, always.
I apologize. I thought it would be fine since we finished ahead of schedule.
That client meeting ended 45 minutes ago. What's taking so long?
There was a backup on Main Street. I thought it would be more efficient to get lunch now rather than make a separate trip.
Oh, okay. How did the client meeting go?
It went very well. They agreed to all our proposed terms.
And you didn't think to tell me this immediately if it was that good?
What do you mean? I sent you the meeting notes right after.
It was not your call to make. You should have checked with me first.
I understand. I'm sorry about that. Should I return to the office now?
I just checked with reception. They said you left at 11:30.
Yes, that's correct. The meeting ended earlier than scheduled, like I said earlier.
So you've been gone for over an hour?
No, just about 45 minutes, including travel time.
And you didn't think to report back to me immediately about that?
The traffic was quite heavy coming back, so I decided to use the time efficiently. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal.
That's not how things work here. You should know this.
I made sure all my morning tasks were completed before leaving.
That's not the point. Who handles your performance reviews?
You do, Mr. Wilson.
Exactly. So when I ask where you are, I expect an immediate response. You need to learn the chain of command here. Everything goes through me. This is nothing new, Madison.
But I did send you the meeting summary by email. You should have gotten it. You can double check.
I don't care about emails. I want direct communication. Got it?
Should I call next time instead?
Don't get smart with me now. That's not the point. I need to know where my employees are at all times.
Okay, I understand. I'll be more communicative in the future.
You should have come straight back. Client meetings aren't an excuse for extended breaks.
I'm still within my allotted lunch hour. I'm not taking extra time for a break.
Says who?
The employee handbook states our lunch break policies.
Who told you that you could take lunch now?
I checked the schedule before leaving. Jessica is covering the phones. That's why I decided to go. I made sure everything was covered.
Did Jessica tell you she could make these decisions?
No, but we've been coordinating coverage for a while now.
Since when do new hires get to decide when to take lunch without my permission?
I just checked the handbook. It states we get an hour for lunch every day.
Hello? Are you new here?
I've been here almost a year now.
Then start acting like it. Don't quote the handbook at me. I'm the one who wrote half of those policies.
Oh, okay. I apologize if I misunderstood the procedure. I didn't know.
This isn't school. You can't just walk out whenever you want. You need to ask me first.
I never intended to.
What kind of new hire eats lunch outside? You should be back at the office answering phones like everyone else instead of taking longer lunch.
I apologize, but other team members are covering the phones. We discussed it and set up a rotation system. It works out pretty well for us.
A rotation system? First time I'm hearing about this. How come no one has ever told me about this?
It was just discussed last week. It's still new. We're trying to figure it out.
With who exactly?
We implemented it during last week's team meeting.
Who approved this rotation system? Because I sure didn't, so who did?
We developed it during last week's team meeting. Everyone agreed it would help maintain coverage while allowing breaks. We thought we were helping each other make it a little bit easier.
So you're making decisions behind my back now? You think you don't need to ask me anymore? That you can all make your own choices?
Not at all. We thought it would improve efficiency. That was all.
You've been here 5 minutes and you're already trying to change how things work?
The team thought it would help with...
When exactly was this meeting? When did this happen?
It was on Tuesday afternoon during our weekly team sync.
You mean the meeting I was stuck in traffic for? That's when you all decided this?
Yes, Sarah led the meeting since you weren't able to make it. She did really well.
So you went over my head.
That wasn't the intention at all.
Did you even try to reach me?
We sent you the meeting minutes.
Who told you to make decisions like that? Always trying to act smart instead of focusing on your actual work. You keep making stupid mistakes but have time to slack off?
I'm sorry, but I did get permission from Sarah about stepping out, so I really didn't think it was a big deal.
Since when does Sarah make these calls? You think she has authority over me?
No, of course not. She's the team lead, so I thought...
Did she tell you she could override my authority?
No, she was just trying to keep things running smoothly and efficiently.
Sarah is too soft on women. You should watch out.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Getting pretty cozy with her already, aren't you?
She's been helping me learn the systems. She's the one who's been training me and helping me with everything.
Oh yeah, I bet she has.
She's very knowledgeable about our procedures. She's been here for a long time, so I thought it was good that I was learning from her.
Stop trying to change the subject. You really don't see it? She always takes your side.
It's not just with me. She treats everyone fairly.
Sarah's in her mid-30s, single, no men in her life, only nice to other women. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't see how that's relevant to work.
Oh, it's very relevant, all right. She might be into you, if you know what I mean.
That's an incredibly prejudiced thing to say. Sarah is kind to everyone, regardless of gender. I think you're misinterpreting things. You shouldn't assume things.
You're new here. You don't know the office dynamics.
I've observed enough to see that she's professional, and she's very good at what she does.
Professional. That's one way to put it. Don't lecture me about how to interpret things. I saw how she defended you in the morning meeting. It was pretty obvious.
She was explaining my work on the project. She was not defending me.
Getting comfortable with her having your side all the time, aren't you?
She was just explaining the new filing system I implemented. I apologize if it came out differently than what we intended.
You mean the system she approved without my input? She didn't even tell me about it.
The team agreed it would help with workflow.
Another system? How many things are you trying to change around here? And all without my permission? Do I not exist anymore?
It's already improved our efficiency by 30% already. That's a huge difference.
Says who? Sarah? She told you that?
The metrics show clear improvement. We can see exactly how much it improved.
Those numbers mean nothing. You're just trying to show off. Stop making up excuses. You think impressing Sarah will help your career?
This isn't about Sarah or impressing her. It's about improving our work processes so we can all work efficiently.
Everything's about Sarah with you. I've known her since we started here. She's not interested in men, trust me.
That's really not appropriate workplace discussion. We should stop talking about this, really.
She's been here 8 years and never seen her with a guy, not for lack of trying on my part.
That's not something you should be spreading around. This is very inappropriate.
What? It's common knowledge. Everyone knows this. I'm just looking out for you. Wouldn't want people getting the wrong idea, you know?
There's no wrong idea to get. You should really stop talking to me about this.
Just facts. And what's with you defending her so much? Are you into that too? Both of you?
This conversation is inappropriate, and this has nothing to do with work. I just don't feel comfortable talking about this.
You're liking it, right?
Please stop making these inappropriate assumptions.
You started it by being so defensive. What's wrong? Did I hit a nerve?
I'm just trying to maintain professional boundaries. These things should not be discussed, especially during work hours.
First you waste time with unnecessary systems, now you're talking back to me? How dare you? Do you know who you're talking to?
I'm not talking back. I'm trying to keep things professional. The conversation was getting too inappropriate.
There's that word again, professional. You think you're better than everyone else?
I'm just trying to do my job efficiently. That's all I want to do, to make it efficient for everyone else too.
By cozying up to Sarah, that's how you do it?
No, by implementing useful systems.
There you go again with that attitude. Why are you giving me an attitude?
What attitude? I'm simply explaining my work and what we have implemented.
You're getting real mouthy for a new hire. You're the most irritating one we've ever gotten. Been here almost a year and still don't know your place? How dare you talk to me like that?
I understand I'm still learning. I'm sorry if I said anything to upset you. I just want to stay professional.
Do you? Because all I see is attitude right now. You think because Sarah likes you, you can do whatever you want? Is that so?
That's not it at all. I never said that. You're the only one who's saying things like that.
Do you know what happened to the last person who challenged me and gave me an attitude?
I'm not challenging you or giving you an attitude.
Are you not? Because it seems like you think you can change everything around here without consulting with me first. Like you own the place or something. That's challenging me if someone asks me.
I'm just trying to contribute positively to the team. Is there something wrong with that?
By undermining my authority? By going behind my back with Sarah? Do you think that's right?
That wasn't my intention at all. You're coming up with all these scenarios that are not true at all.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. All I need to hear is sorry and I understand from you. Instead, you keep making excuses and saying things I didn't ask for.
I apologize if I've overstepped. I just wanted you to understand what I was saying.
If? There you go again. You think you're so special?
No, it wasn't like that. I apologize. I never intended on coming off that way. I'm sorry.
That's better. Just remember who signs your performance reviews.
Yes, Mr. Wilson.
And who determines your future here?
You do, Mr. Wilson.
One word from me and you're gone. I can make that happen. Only I can. I can make things very difficult for you here. Trust me when I say that.
Understood, Mr. Wilson.
And stay away from Sarah. Got it?
I don't think that's really your place to say anything.
What was that? Did you have a problem with something I said?
No, I understand, Mr. Wilson.
Hey, Madison, where are you? Hello? Answer me! What's with you being late on Monday? Are you taking this job seriously? It's already 9:30. What are you doing?
Hello, sorry. I notified HR about a late arrival today. There was an emergency with my mother. I was not able to make it on time to work.
You notified who? That doesn't answer my question. When are you coming in?
Mr. Wilson, as I mentioned before, I needed to visit my mother in the hospital. I got approval for the late arrival by HR.
You're supposed to notify me first. From who exactly in HR? What is their name? Because I don't remember approving anything.
HR approved it last week when I submitted the request. They knew about this.
Are you going behind my back again?
It was an emergency situation. I really had to come see my mother.
Just like all your other emergencies? The company might have approved it, but I didn't. Didn't I tell you not to take time off just because your parents are sick? Did you not understand it?
This is different from a regular illness.
Everyone's got problems.
She's in critical condition. I need to be here with her.
And what exactly do you expect me to do about that?
Mr. Wilson, my mother isn't just sick with a cold. She has a chronic condition and has been hospitalized. She was in critical condition yesterday. Her life could be in danger.
So, the hospital has staff. They'll take care of her. Everyone's got problems. I came to work when my dog died. I didn't take a day off or come in later.
I understand that was difficult for you, but this is different. She is my mother we're talking about.
I didn't miss a single meeting. I didn't ask for any special treatment.
This is different. Even the doctors are concerned about her condition right now.
Different how? Because it's your mother? You think you deserve special treatment?
The doctors said,
That's even more reason not to take time off. There are doctors and nurses there, right? What good does it do for you to be there?
they need family present for big decisions. She's not doing very well.
They're paid to take care of her. That's their job.
Medical decisions require family input. I had to be here.
Can't someone else handle that? Why do you have to do that?
I'm her primary contact.
What about your father?
He's, unavailable right now.
How convenient.
I'm not going to make her better. I want to be there because I'm worried and want to be by her side. Parents don't live forever. What if something happens to her while I'm at work? I can't do that. I'll regret it forever.
Getting emotional about it won't help anyone. You have responsibilities here, a job to do.
Yes, I understand my work responsibilities.
Well, clearly you don't. The world doesn't stop just because someone's sick.
I've arranged coverage for my tasks. It's all worked out. I made sure of that.
What about your assignments? The Johnson account needs attention. Have you checked?
I understand my responsibilities, but family emergencies? They come first for me, especially when my own mother's in a critical condition.
Here we go with the excuses. I'm tired of hearing them. We can't have you taking time off for this all the time.
This isn't a regular occurrence. That's why I notified the HR in advance.
This isn't a charity. First the rotation system, now this? You're always looking for special treatment.
Please don't dismiss this so casually. This is a big deal for me. She is my family.
You're being dramatic. People get sick all the time. She'll be fine.
Not like this. It's different.
You've already missed 3 hours this morning. The Johnson report is due today.
I completed it over the weekend and sent it to you last night. Did you not see it? Do you need me to send it again?
Trying to show off again? You expect praise for doing your job? That's not the point. What if your parents die during an important meeting? Are you just gonna skip the meeting?
If that happened, yes. I would need to leave. I would skip the meeting to be with my family.
This is the real world. You need to understand this. Time to grow up. Got it?
Depending on the industry, that might matter, but in our current role, yes, I would. There are others who can cover for a new hire like me, and nobody's life depends on my presence. Besides, any company that can't function with one person absent has bigger problems.
Getting philosophical now? I don't care to listen to your excuses. Look at you acting all high and mighty again. Think you know everything about business? Where'd you learn that? Some online course?
I'm not acting all high and mighty. That wasn't my intention. I'm just trying to explain.
Are you kidding me? You got some nerve talking to your superior like that. Keep this attitude up and you'll regret it. Maybe you need another lesson about respect.
Yes, I understand. While being at work is important, I can't prioritize it over being with family in their final moments. If someone is capable of that, that's admirable. But if my absence would tank the company, that's a different story.
Oh, now you're a business expert. You think you know how businesses work? You've been here, what, 11 months? You think you can lecture me? Do you know how long I've been working here for? Oh, so you want to get fired, is that it? Is that what you're trying to do? Force me to fire you? Is that what you want?
I don't want to be fired, but I wouldn't want to work for a company that prevents employees from being with dying family members. That's not right.
Playing the victim again? Big talk from someone who can barely handle basic tasks.
My work has been satisfactory. I have teammates that help me and cover when I need them to, especially in a situation like this.
Are you getting brave because HR approved your leave? You think they'll protect you?
No, I just think there needs to be understanding in these situations. I'm going to tell you one more time that my mother is in a critical condition and she might not make it. I need to be here with her.
Understanding? I'll show you understanding. You really need to be taught a lesson. Time to learn about consequences.
I apologize for speaking out of turn, but threats like that aren't appropriate. I'm going to stay with my mother.
Whatever you say, Madison. Hey, Madison, we need to talk. Something weird is happening in HR. They're calling me in for meetings. Did you say something to them? Why are they calling me so many times?
I've been dealing with family matters. I've been taking care of my mother.
This is serious. They're talking about policies and conduct. Actually, I'm being transferred. To be honest, it's basically a demotion. They're sending me to a factory in the middle of nowhere. Given what I've done, I guess I should be grateful I wasn't fired.
I see. You seem relieved.
You don't seem surprised. The thing is, this transfer, they mentioned your name in the meeting. Several times, actually. You have connections upstairs, don't you? Did you put them out to do this? Is this all happening because of you?
I just focus on my work.
There's something you're not telling me, isn't there? This isn't just about Sarah or your mother, is it?
What makes you say that? Interesting how you've brought that up.
They mentioned the Parker family. What did you do exactly? Who's the Parker family?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters! Please, I need to understand what's happening. Madison, please, if you talk to them, maybe they'll cancel the transfer. You're my only hope. I can explain everything, I promise.
Can you? Are you sure about that?
I know I've been tough on you, but it was for your own good. I was trying to prepare you for the real world.
By harassing employees, that's your way of preparing them?
Wait, your father. You're that Parker? You're Richard Parker's daughter? The CEO's daughter? This has to be a mistake. This can't be right.
No mistake. You've got it all right.
But you've been here almost a year. Why didn't you say anything? That's not entirely fair. I was just trying to maintain discipline as your boss.
By spreading rumors about Sarah, saying all those inappropriate things?
You have to understand my position.
Your position of power that you abused? That position? It's called harassment, if you didn't know.
Harassment? That's a strong word. I was just being thorough. I was trying to help you. Look, you don't understand the pressure I'm under. Managing isn't easy.
Neither is being terrorized by your boss.
Terrorized? That's extreme. I know. I really regret it. I regret everything I've told you and said about Sarah and your mother. We can work this out. I can change my management style. I promise. I'll change and make it up to you.
Now that you know who I am, you want to change all of a sudden?
Oh, really? I've learned my lesson. I had no idea you were... If only I'd known, everything would have been different.
That's exactly the problem. Do you not see it?
This is all just a misunderstanding. I was trying to help you grow. You have to believe me. I never had malicious intentions.
That's exactly the problem. You shouldn't treat anyone this way, regardless of who they are. What you've done is just wrong.
You're right. Absolutely right. I see that now. Let me make it up to everyone, including you. I'll apologize to Sarah.
If you were truly sorry, you wouldn't be asking me for favors. You spread rumors about Sarah, mocked her for being single. Aren't you single too?
That's different. Men don't have to worry about that stuff. I mean, that came out wrong. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Really? Still with these attitudes? Excuses?
I didn't mean... I was just joking around. You just took it the wrong way. Can't you take a joke? This is all being blown out of proportion.
Like how you blew up about my mother's hospitalization when she was about to die? When the doctors were even scared about her life?
That was different. I was under stress. You gotta believe me.
That kind of assumption is exactly the problem. Plus, I heard you only targeted Sarah because she rejected you? I heard about your stalking behavior too. It's crazy.
Stalking? I just asked her out a few times. She was sending signals. You don't understand office dynamics. I wasn't rejected. I just felt bad for her being lonely. Why else would I go for someone like her? She should have been flattered.
Is that what you tell yourself? How sad.
You don't understand how things work.
Sarah was never interested in you in the first place, and I've talked to the former employees who quit, heard all about the impossible demands and verbal abuse caused by you.
They're exaggerating. David couldn't handle the pressure. These millennials are too sensitive. When I started, we worked twice as hard. That's ancient history anyway. David left without saying anything, so why bring that up now? He wasn't cut out for corporate life.
Or maybe he couldn't handle your abuse.
Abuse? I was motivating them.
Some people can't speak up. New hires often don't know who to turn to.
I was just trying to toughen them up. That's what management is about. Someone has to maintain standards. You can't coddle everyone. I was just trying to help.
Is that what you call harassment?
Listen, I can change.
Look, I'll give you advice. Apologize to everyone you've hurt. Maybe that will help with your transfer. I could even work under you if you do.
You mean that? You would help me? I can change, I promise. Just give me another chance. Please, please help me out here. I'll apologize to everyone who quit. Just please put in a good word about the transfer. Having someone with my experience on your side would be valuable. I know all the company's systems. Think about what I could teach you.
No thanks. Having someone like you around would only hurt the company. I was actually hired specifically for your department because it had the highest turnover rate for new employees. The company knew you were a problem, but without concrete reports or evidence, they couldn't take action.
But I can change! I'll prove it! You don't understand what this will do to me! My career is everything!
Like how you ruined others' careers?
That was different!
No matter how much you beg, I won't pretend your horrible behavior never happened.
My career will be over. This isn't fair. I worked so hard to get here. Please, Madison. Please, I'm begging you. Don't abandon me. This transfer might as well be getting fired. I finally got somewhere in life, and now this? Think about my reputation.
What about the reputations you destroyed?
Give me another chance. I'll do better. I'll make it up to everyone. I'll change everything about my management style.
Your demotion is well-deserved. Stop trying to weasel out of it.
What about my family? My reputation? I have a mortgage to pay. This will ruin everything I've built.
You should have thought about that before terrorizing your employees. Good luck with the meeting with HR. Goodbye. Mr. Wilson was eventually transferred to a subsidiary company in a rural area. While he wasn't fired, the demotion and relocation were probably as devastating as termination for someone with his ego. He lost his manager position and is now just regular employee Brad Wilson. The head office apparently gave strict instructions about monitoring his behavior, so he's probably not able to act as arrogantly anymore. If he causes any more problems, he'll be terminated for real. I hope he'll focus on his work this time and stop hurting others. The company didn't fire him immediately because they wanted him to apologize to everyone he'd hurt. The condition for keeping his job was personally apologizing to each person he'd wronged. While this might not completely heal the damage he caused, it's at least some form of restitution. My father, the CEO, is accompanying him to apologize to former employees who quit because of him. The department is much brighter and more positive now that he's gone. Sarah got promoted to his position as manager, and she's doing a great job. I'm sure the work environment will keep improving. Though I'm still new, I'm learning a lot from my supervisors and colleagues, and I'm committed to contributing to the company's success. Now that things have settled down, I can start processing my mother's death. It will take time, but I'm not alone. I'll get through this with my father and the rest of my family.